We are starting off with a new set of ARP studs. This first one that goes on the driver's front upper is always the short one on the LT engines. New OEM head gaskets. Okay guys, now that we have the block assembly ready to go back together, here are the heads. Right here on my right side we have the stock head. Here on my left side we have basically a stock head, yet it's been cleaned up and CNC ported. Don't know if you can zoom in a little bit, but you can actually see that these heads on the side have been ported. So other than CNC ported, they're identical heads. So that's what we're going back on with, and we're going to see what it does. It is a little hard seeing a difference on the exhaust side with all the carbon buildup, but I'll do my best here to show you. Of course, this is the stock one. And the CNC ported one. We are now installing all the washers over the studs. We are now installing the nuts. These nuts have already been pre-lubed with ARP lube inside in the thread area and on the bottom of the nuts between the washer and the nut. As we torque the heads down, we normally do this in at least 3 stages. Reinstalling the stock push rods. And now the stock rocker arms. This is the passenger side fuel rail and injectors. As you can see, the injectors now go directly into the cylinders, unlike going into the intake manifold. Therefore, it is very important to get these things torqued correctly. This is the line that goes from the high pressure fuel pump to the fuel rails. The same goes for these fuel lines. It is not uncommon to see 3,000 psi in a fuel line now compared to what we used to have, 58 psi. Therefore, very important to get them torqued correctly. Reinstalling the stock exhaust manifolds. These are our new Sebring orange valve covers. Okay, so here is the famous Holley high ram intake, the base of it. I would love to put this on right now, but we have two problems. One, we won't know what the heads did by themselves if we put it on, and two, we're going to have to modify the car itself to clear in the throttle body area. So for now, we're just going to reinstall the stock intake manifold and do one thing at a time. Here is the intake cover. You got to admit, David at the body shop did a good job doing the intake cover and the valve covers. We are now installing the evap lines and PCV lines. We are plugging in the stock widebands. It is awesome that GM finally went to a wideband, although since we can't tune these cars, is something that's going to get in our way when we're trying to piggyback. This is the oil fill tube to the oil tank. And of course the oil dipstick now goes to the oil tank, not the oil pan. This muffler has a little bit of weight to it, so you may need a second hand on this one. We are now getting close. It's time to just put on the exhaust heat shields. Alrighty, time to put this baby back in its home. Putting the AC compressor back in its place. The AC belt has to be stretched on. These are supports that help keep the engine cradle in place. And once again, here's the ECU that we cannot tune yet. We can now connect all the suspension back up. Just like the factory, always need to apply a little bit of Loctite. We always pre-fill the oil filter. The rest of the oil goes in the oil tank. We are now going to be pulling a vacuum on the coolant system. What this does is it gets all of the air out of the coolant system, so when we're done, there will be no air pockets. It will also let us know if there's any leaks before we attempt to fill it. Okay, all looks good, so we will now fill the coolant system up.
The vacuum will pull the coolant in place.
Hold it there. Alright, that's it.
Okay, we're now installing the carbon covers and the air box. Now it looks like we're getting somewhere. There are a couple of connections inside the bumper cover. Devin is now removing the tape. We simply just put this tape in place to keep us from putting scratches on the vehicle.
Okay guys, it's all back together. It is now time to see if this baby starts back up. Devin, if you don't mind, hop in there and fire this thing up.
Thanks for watching, and please hit the like button and share this video if you would like for us to continue to make videos like these.